Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, here to do another reading to bring forward a message from the Divine Spirit Source in order to help someone along their journey. So, in the pre-shuffle, I saw the King of Wands, the Five of Wands, and grief. And then, when I picked up this deck, of course, the Ladybug card. We've been seeing a lot of ladybugs lately. So this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all the good things in your life. So it feels like with that King of Wands card, and that was in this deck where the king is very protective. Here's more. Okay. And then the Five of Wands is a lot of conflict and then grief. It's kind of like they've had enough. Here we have, you're overlooking some important details, so pay close attention to what's going on. Trust your instincts to discern the truth of a situation, and now is the time for deep emotional healing. So mouse, shark, and seagull. So it feels like this is the beginning of the pre-shuffle message was that the King of Wands had just had enough of the conflict, and there was just a lot of grief. They were just tired of it, and now it's like, okay, finally they're facing the truth. They realize that they have they need some healing. This card's down. There's the Five of Wands. Yep. So that's reiterated. Whoever this message is for has been through a lot of conflict, or is connected to someone who's been through a lot of conflict, and they've just had enough, and now they're just trying to get into that Four of Swords energy of restoration. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick shuffle here, and then so there's this energy of grief, which is just like it's over for me. It's over for me is what I'm hearing. All right, let's get started with this one. Messages for my viewers, please. Snake. Live according to your divine essence, the elemental kingdom. And remember, I said the King of Wands is a snake. So this is connecting to that King of Wands. So it feels like a masculine reading. There's been a lot of, remember, the masculines have been so silent. The energy has been so silent and so quiet for so long. And then all of a sudden, it's like every reading I'm doing is a masculine energy. Hedgehog, be a magnet for light, love, and joy. Archangel Gabriel. All right, so it feels like right now that this is kind of continuing the themes of the messages lately, that the divine masculine is really going through a turbulent time. A lot of conflict, a lot of upheaval in their life, a lot of truths being revealed, a lot of having to accept truths that are hard to accept, a lot of grief, a lot of endings. Here is the Son of Wands and the Two of Swords in reverse. So this is the Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords in reverse. And it's almost like Two of Wands for me is kind of like it's blocking energy. You're at an impasse. You're not quite sure which train of thought to follow. You have competing opinions or information, and so you just can't move forward. And then the Son of Wands, the Knight of Wands, to me is somebody who acts impulsively. So this is somebody who's stepping back and taking time to truly analyze their situation and to understand these revealed truths and how this now impacts them. Here we have the Nine of Swords, and what a gruesome card, and the Page of Swords. I mean, that's just... Here they're seeing the truths. I mean, that's heavy, heavy, heavy energy. And it's just, it's like they can't close their eyes now. The truth is there, and these are the truths, and they are painful truths. Look at, he's just being stabbed and mutilated by these truths, the things that he was unable to see. But here we have the page of truth with the owl. The owl is holding the sword of truth, which is the 10 of swords with the 9 of swords. So this is the ending, but there's wisdom to be gained. There is a lesson here. And that's just reiterating all the other messages that have come through recently. Here we have the devil. This is like an accountability card. I mean, his feet are on fire. And he's just like, man, it's getting warm in here is what I heard. This is the devil card. This toxic energy is starting to consume them, and they just want out. They don't want their feet. Oh yeah, there's the Emperor. Okay, so if you see the eclipse here, so somehow making this decision. He's having to evaluate whether or not leaving these lower vibration situations and really starting to stand in his truth and in his power. I mean, it's going to cost him. But he knows when he does, he's going to be better off for it. That's a hard situation to be in because he potentially lose everything he owns, everything he's built. Ouch. Yeah, failure. Feels like a failure. That's why he feels like if he makes his choice, then it's the final nail in the coffin and it becomes a failure instead of a success. It's hard for a masculine ego. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And it fell over this owl card. That's the wisdom part of it. It's being grateful for this lesson and the opportunity to learn and to move on. Just FYI, I don't ever read oracles in reverse. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Okay. We have two major arcanas here together. And when it says be a magnet for light, love, and joy, it feels like this person's going to need a lot of love and light. And if you go back and read all the readings, listen to all the readings, watch all the readings that I've just posted recently, it's almost like the divine masculine was in a slumber period. The final karmic energy, what I'm hearing, the last stab in the back. And then finally it happened. And now, because the energy is so agitated, it's starting to come out in the readings more and more and more. I don't think we did a divine masculine reading for a long time. This card was left on the table. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. Do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. Okay, fear from making this decision, of course. All right, let's see what else comes out. So be that light. Be in your heart chakra. Because in the last reading, this person's going to need to process and talk. And you just need to be in the receptive energy of listening and supporting and nurturing and not judging. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. So we have a hedgehog and a pig, both hogs. And no, I'm not calling the divine masculine a pig. Trust in the support of the universe. Look at how everybody has this little, like, heart chakra open. This is all about this loving journey. Here we have the stag. He's come out lately. The stag, this is the divine masculine, divine feminine, being brought together by this circumstance, because it's like you're the only person who's going to understand, so they need to reach out. I don't have communication cards right now coming out that they're going to physically contact you, but the energy is there. It's going to take time for them to process. They're going to have to swallow their pride. There's a little bit of energy of like, you know, I told you so. And so they're reticent to reach out because this is kind of battering to the ego, to their pride, to their sense of they feel like they're a failure. It's hard to, divine feminine's been doing great. And now he sees that and he's like, I don't know if I want to, she's going to think I'm really a failure. Remember, energy, not gender. And I don't know that I want to confront that response from her. Raven, prepare for change. Okay, so both of you need to prepare for some changes. Let's pull a couple of the animal tarot and then we'll leave this reading. I think it's pretty clear what's going on. It's been reiterated multiple times in the past readings. I know other readers have been picking up on it. When I do a reading, I then go watch a couple of the readers that I'm connected with as far as the energy, and then their readings come out with almost the same message. So I think we are all trying to help the collective, or to individuals in the collective, by bringing these message forward, and the consistency from Spirit is to help you understand that this is actually what is happening. All right, this one fell on the floor. 8 of Cups. You feel like there's more to life than what you're living, so it's time to move on. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy. Either way, you are in control. Yep, that's the spiritual path. 2 of Pentacles. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life, and being a spirit of fun to all you do. This person's so afraid to play. It's been so long. 2 cats. Here's the Ace of Autumns. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, or serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. So here we have one cat who's really afraid to engage in this happiness because they're still feeling like a failure. But then there's going to be a change, and that's what this get ready, prepare for change. There's going to be a message. Some sort of opportunity that's going to come in, that's going to shift their perspective. See how he's now reconsidering. Here is fearful. Here is like, now I have something really to latch onto as far as moving forward. And then we have the King of Winter, King of Swords. At this time, it is important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek the most experienced expert you can find. Remember when I was saying that they feel like you're the only one who's going to understand? There's something about your connection. I've covered up all those cards. That they intuitively know. This is somebody that you know. They intuitively know that you will understand. That there's something unique about you. That they're going to reach out because you're the only person that they feel like they could talk to about this. And your position is to listen with compassion, be nurturing and supportive. Listen from your heart chakra. Know that this is difficult for them, not only because they're going through this, but they think that you're going to think they're a failure because that's what they feel like. But you're all they got. Let's see what these cards are. So they're going to have to start making some decisions, and they're going to seek some advice. Holy cow, awakening. That's the Hanged Man, looking at things in a different way, and all will make sense. Don't worry about your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. Strength. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. And last, the Prince of Spring. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. Okay, so we end this reading with two major arcanas, 11 and 12. So strength and seeing things. So this is going to kind of lift them out of the quagmire of whatever this is. They're going to see things in a new way, and it's going to really invigorate and inspire them. It's like the epiphany, the grand epiphany. It all then starts to make sense. Everything that they're struggling with. Then, and I think through talking through you, talking to you, it will start to make sense. They're going to process it, and all of a sudden it all clicks into place, and then that's the big profound aha moment. That's when they step into this Emperor energy. Beginning of their awakening. I like how in this deck 12 is awakening. Usually 20 is my awakening card. That's the Ascension card. But because they now see this from a different perspective, from their soul's perspective, they step into this Emperor energy. Then they get some self-esteem back. They won't feel like a failure. They'll say, gosh, now I understand why all of this happened. It wasn't just me. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Namaste.